All right, welcome into the arena today, and I want to talk to you about how to ride a horse that spooks. And it's kind of hard to predict when your horse is going to do it, and it catches us off guard. And let me tell you the wrong thing to do, which is what almost every one of us does because it is human nature. And that is that when the horse spooks, we do the OMG position. We squeeze with our legs and we pull with our hands, kind of going into a fetal position. That is our natural response to things that shock us, which is the exact wrong thing to do when you're riding a flight animal. Because if a horse spooks, they're already scared, right? And they already think something is about to eat them, otherwise they would not have spooked. So then if we squeeze and pull on their face all at the same time, it's like pouring gasoline on the fire. And that's what most of us do because we're reacting just like the horse is reacting. So what should you do? What you should do is just hang on. The average spook for most horses is going to last about 3 seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003. About that long. If you can still be on the horse in 3 seconds, more than likely you're going to stay on and it'll be okay. Then that horse will either stop, slow down, or something. Again, most of the time, there are exceptions. And then you can bend that horse around and do a one-rein stop and get control of your horse and let them think about it, okay? So, we're going to try to illustrate this today. And I've chosen Farah because she has the least amount of training of any of my horses. She's a 3.5-year-old. I mean, she has 100 rides or more, so she's not real green or anything, but she just doesn't have as much training as my other horses. And also she's real sensitive, so I'm fairly confident that we're going to set this up and she's going to spook a little bit. Okay, so what I've done, we're going to pan over here and show you. I have Maddie over there hanging out behind the barn with a tarp. All right, and I'm going to come riding along here, and then Maddie's going to jump out and shake that tarp. Now, which way is my horse going to jump? Very obviously, she's going to jump that way, okay? So think about it. You're riding along the trail and something rustles in the bushes over there. Well, what we humans do is we go, oh, what was that? Well, the horse is jumping that way. See the problem? Okay. Instead, when something rustles in the bushes, what we should do is go, hold on, the horse might be going to jump that way because something's making noise over here, and I need to be ready for that. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Okay, so I'm just gonna, and I haven't warmed this horse up or anything. I'm pretty sure she's gonna be a little jumpy about this. So I'm just gonna come over here and ride her along, and Maddie's gonna jump out there with that tarp. Okay. All right, and I'm pretty sure that my horse is going to jump. Wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. And of course, I had the advantage of knowing that that was going to happen. And sometimes you can predict it on the trail, and sometimes you can't. All right. But let me show you one other thing before we stop this. Maddie, just come over here by the fence if you would. Let's say you're riding along the trail, and your horse starts getting what we call watchy. He sees, let's say that tarp is a big rock or something like that, and the horse starts looking at it and kind of doing this, all right? So what you can do, now if it's real bad and you think that horse is going to do a 180 and take off, then you better get off the horse, all right? Okay? So I don't know if you can see, Farah's watching that pretty close. What you can do, so imagine that's a big rock or something, is you can tip your horse's nose. So watch me do this. I'm going to tip her nose in the direction of the scary object. Now it's not enough that I'm gonna scare her, but by doing that, it's gonna make it less likely that she can bolt that direction. She might side pass that direction. We'll see what she does. Shake it a little, Maggie. Okay, all right. All right, that was actually pretty good for her. I'm really proud of how she's handling this because she didn't get too bothered, okay? But if you'll bend your horse's nose in the direction of the scary thing, and I do this a lot with colts. You'll have, who knows what can bother them. you know, a farm implement or a barrel or anything like that, then I'll just tip their nose, go by it, and then I'll turn around and I'll tip their nose the other way. Shake it again, please, Maggie. And I'll go, and I'll go like that. And then I'll turn her around and I'll tip her nose toward it and I'll go by it this way. I'm not putting her in a claustrophobic, you know, you have to do this. I'm giving her an opportunity to move if she needs to, but kind of keeping her pointed that direction, okay? And so just a few little pointers, and you know, if y'all want to give me your stories, I always find those stories fascinating of, you know, how your horse spooked and what parts of your body ended up in the emergency room. You know, it's happened to all of us. It's happened to all of us, but hopefully that'll help you kind of survive it next time.